Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with Afan Lido for the season 20, not 26, 16 review. So I'm just going to go through the first half of the season and all our Champions League group games and a few more transfers. So there has been some transfer movement, um, more coming in actually than going out for the first time. Lee Pritchard came back from Shamrock and got sent to Middlesbrough for 22k per month, which is not too bad. Um, but that was really it. Otherwise, other than youth players. Um, but look at this. Um, I think I should have told you about that. But look at this. Paquito Guzman, or Guzman, came from Atletico for 65k, and those are his stats. He looks very, very good. 22-year-old. He's got a very nice mustache. I got him just before the transfer window opened, so no one else really bid for him, and I just put a bid in, and they accepted it. 17 finishing. He's got really good physical stats. His mentals are okay, but generally, like, looking over here, the attributes here will be very good. And in the time he's played two, started two, been subbed on for three, 6 goals. So very good return there. He's already worth 525k, so I can make a profit on him already, which is very, very good. And also, we have two players coming in at the end of the season. Um, Firstly, we have we have the next sort of Derek Russell, Alan Watson, 21-year-old Scottish centre mid. He plays for, well, I think he's on loan. Yeah, he plays for Reading, who bought him for 230k out of nowhere, and he's been loaned ever since. So he's playing for AFC Wimbledon at the moment, but I bought him because he got very good stats there. 18 flair, 17 pace, 16 technique, got good overall stats there. So he's joining at the end of the season. And then we have another, and I think it's probably going to mean Derek Russell leaves. He's 28. And then we have another one, the next Paul Scholes, Peter Scholes, who looks very good. 19-year-old centre mid slash defensive midfielder slash centre back slash right back. 16 first touch, and just look at the general blue stats there. 15 determination as well. There's only a few that are below like 10. He's only 19 as well. So actually, I want to just look if he is his son. He likes Rio Ferdinand, who's at Arsenal. But yeah, he's actually from Arsenal. But he's on loan at Inverness, so I picked him up. So yeah, those are the two players we picked up. Onto the transfers, not the transfers, friendlies and fixtures. First off, we played Newtown and we won 4-0, which was pretty good. Michael Lewis with two, Tavares and James Blackmore. Then we played Dortmund at home, and I just don't know. This was a crazy group stage, I'll tell you that right now. Faton Pelgi sent off late for them, but Callahan, Thompson with two, Simmons and O'Sullivan. It was easy. Look at the match stats. Look at that. 61 to 39% possession. Absolutely insane. Then we beat Haverfordwest 6-0 after that, which was pretty good. McCall with two, Thompson, Hillier and Michael Lewis with another two. Then we beat Airbus 3-0. Michael Lewis with a hat-trick. Then we lost to Barca 3-2 away, which is quite annoying. They went up through Ibanez again in the 7th minute. We drew back to 1-1. Then we went up 2-1, and then they got 2 goals right at the end, and then a man sent off in the 94th minute to win it 3-2, which is quite annoying. But they won that. Then we played Real, who beat 2-0. O'Sullivan and Draper with the goals. Fernando got sent off, the new signing. Then we played Goitra, the Monmouthshire Goitra. Beat them 4-0. Own goal, Callahan, Thompson and Lee Williams. Then we played ABBA, who beat 1-0, Draper with the goal. Then we played Sporting at home, and we beat them 3-1 convincingly. Hillier, Callahan and Thompson with the goals. Nesta Valla got one to make it 2-1, but we made it 3-1 and made it comfortable, which was pretty good. Then we played Ryder and beat them 3-0. Draper, Purcell and Tavares. Then we played Care, beat them 3-0. Simmons, Hillier and Thompson. Oh, go back. Come on. I just didn't click it. 7 Druids, we beat 2-1. And as you can see, that was the first game we conceded in the league since the TNS game at the start of the season, which is very good. Won that one 2-1. Lewis and Draper with the goals. Then we drew 0-0 away with Sporting. Wasn't the best result, but they are the better team, like the second best team. They had a man sent off really late on, but they actually dominated, to be fair. So I'm quite happy with the 0-0. Then we beat Real 6-0 in the Welsh Cup third round. O'Sullivan with 2, Tavares with 2, Farrier and Chris Goodchild. Then we played ABBA in the Premier League Cup semi-final 2-0. Johnny Walsh and Hillier. Then we drew with TNS 0-0. Pretty bad game by us performing wise, but we did play a weakened team because we had Dortmund next away, and we beat them 2-1, which was very good. And with Wayne Clark sent off on 53 minutes, which is pretty crazy. Hurley put us up 1-0, then they got one back. Then Wayne Clark got sent off for a second yellow, and from a corner we scored and then just went on defensive for the last like 20 minutes, and we got the win there, which is good. Then we played Bangor and beat them 2-0. And had a sending off here as well. Johnny Walsh got sent off on 47th, but they got one sent off right after. Purcell and Michael Lewis. Then we beat Barca 3-2, which is crazy. This was very good. Went up. Well, they went up 1-0 actually. Then we brought it back to 1-1, and then the 78th we made it 2-1, then 3-1. They made it 3-2. 5 minutes later, and the last 5 minutes were a bit crazy, but we beat them, which is really, really good. I just want to show you this group though first. We qualified top. Dortmund qualified second. Barca didn't get through. Just want to show you this. 5-0, we beat Dortmund in the first round. Look, they had a -9 goal difference and went through. Then they got smashed 7-0 by Sporting next when we lost to Barca. Then when we beat Sporting, Dortmund smashed Barca 4-1 out of nowhere. Then they drew 1-1 with them. Then Sporting and Barca drew. So when we beat Dortmund here, we were qualified first. Like, we didn't have to do anything against Barca, even though we won. But then Dortmund went and beat Sporting, and with us beating Barca, the 95th minute goal, Dortmund go through, which is just insane. I don't know how it happened. It was such a weird group. I don't know. I don't know how they lost 5-0 and 7-0. That's the thing. But yeah, then we had Goitra, who we beat 8-0. Billy Thompson with a good old 5. Callahan, McCaw, and Farrier. And then they started a pretty good run here, actually. 5-0 versus Kerr. Simmons, Bowen with 2. Williams and O'Sullivan. 6-0 versus Haverford-West. Callahan with 4. Thompson and McCaw. 5-0 versus Airbus. Bowen with 2. Simmons with 2. Burrows with 1. And then Newtown was 6-1. Richards, Lewis, Callahan, McCaw, and Purcell. I think I didn't show the new regens from last year. This is one of them, Simon Burrows. I'll just go through the under-18-19 squad. The new regens, Simon Burrow. He was probably one of the best ones. Not the best, but that's all we can hope for nowadays. And who else? Was it Arwell Waters? He was pretty good actually. He's not bad. 17 years old there. Otherwise, nothing really. But yeah. Oh, there we go. Keep going. Then after the 5-0, we beat Newtown 6-1. Richards, Lewis, Callahan, McCourt, and Purcell. 4-0 versus Real. Williams with 2, Thompson and Bowen. ABBA, we beat 4-0. McCaw with 2, Thompson and an own goal. 3-1 versus Ryder. Tavares with 2, Bowen. 7-1 versus Seven Druid. Simmons with a hat-trick. Paquito Guzman with his first 2 goals as a substitute. Callahan and McCaw. 6-1 versus Kerr. Michael Lewis. Draper. A hat-trick from Guzman and Bowen. And then 3-0 versus Ryder. Guzman, Callahan and McCaw. So if we look at the league, 21 wins, 1 draw, 88 goals for, 6 against. This is so from going 28 conceded to 6 in 22 games, which is very, very good by us. And as you can see there, Airbus are pretty close. Like Airbus and ABBA are pretty close to TNS. There's been a few that they could have gone above them, but they just didn't. So it's actually pretty close there. But we're away. 7 Druids at the bottom, um, and then you got Care and Havertz sort of fighting it out otherwise. But yeah, going into the next sort of bit, uh, look who we got for our Champions League first knockout round. Our parent club, Anderlecht, and the first team we actually beat in Europe. This was easily the best draw we could have got. We could have got Atletico, Valencia, AC Milan, Inter, Bayern, or Juventus, and we got Anderlecht. That's the first time ever we actually had a really good draw, because the group stages, like, look at this: Milan, Inter, Anderlecht finished below Man City, which I'm quite happy about. Atletico, Valencia, Juventus, Mold. Oh, look at that! This was really good by Mold. I was watching how they did. What group are they? They are Group F. It's because they're just Norwegian, so I didn't expect much. But they got a draw with Chelsea. They lost to Juventus. Um, they lost to Monaco. But then 4-4 versus Monaco away, because I just saw it pop up and I'm like, what the hell? Then they lost 6-1 to Chelsea. And then final day, they bloody go and beat Juventus 2-0. And Monaco lose, so they go above them into the Europa League. So, fair enough, Mulder. But yeah, we got Anderlecht next, which will be pretty good. Hopefully, looking forward to going through that. We got TNS in the Premier League Cup final and Lanfulin in the Welsh Cup quarter final. But yeah, generally doing very well. Goals wise, McCaw, Thompson are on 16, Michael Lewis and Callahan on 12. Assists wise, Hilly and Callahan on 12, 11, Thompson on 10 and whatnot. Average rating wise, McCaw's up there with 8.21, which is very good. He's got 16 and 9 and 15 appearances, which is very good. And if you actually look at the stats, we're actually up there with goals. McCaw and Lewis are up there, and then Wayne Clark and Lewis up there on average rating with Draper, and Hilly is up there with assists. So actually competing in the stats this year, which is pretty good. But yeah, so I will be back for the live comms versus Anderlecht. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been Alex, and I'll see you guys later.